fight. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Joe Body Bag Pyfer. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Kelvin Gastelum.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, so the southpaw Kelvin Gastelum here, early round 1, likely to take the center of the Octagon. You know this is a pressure fighter, sets a furious pace right out of the chute. Nice counter right hook there. There's that kick. Tries to work it into a takedown. Gastelum gets hit with that stiff jab there. Huge hook there. And now leather being thrown on both sides. Right, early round 1 action here, and the wrestler immediately is able to get the clinch. Seems to be a means to an end, though. He's going to try to take this fight down.
Absolutely, John, and he wants to wear on the arms. He understands how powerful his boxer is. So by grabbing him, squeezing him, making him squeeze, it starts to build the lactic acid. The arms start to blow up, and you start to get a little fatigued. That's what this wrestler's trying to do to slow this boxing guy down.
There's a kick. Nice elbow lands on the inside. So more output, at least in the early going. Gastelum gets the single leg takedown. Nicely done there. Oh, that is a high-level transition to half guard, and now in a position to do a lot of damage.
Watch him sit back on the leg and land big ground and pound.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Oh, nice shot landed from the bottom. Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by Gastelum. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
And there you go, again, half guard.
All right, side control now. All right, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get down.
Lands a big elbow there. Oh, right hook attempt. No good. Just over 2 minutes, round 1. Single leg takedown attempt here, and did that get you out of your seat? Beautifully done by him there.
Oh, man, I jumped up and down. Am I watching the Olympics or a mixed martial arts fight? You don't see single legs this good unless you're watching a real high-level wrestler.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition. Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Oh, big hook. That'll leave a mark. All right, so perhaps he's gonna have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he cut on the eye from that last strike. He's gotta pay attention now before it gets worse. And that's the danger in the engagement there.
Wow, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Straight right is there. Under a minute to go. Nice straight punch there. Back to the jab now, no good. Takedown attempt late in the round, and he gets it.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Horns out for the end of round one. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
All right, round two.
Good stick. He loaded up there on that high kick.
Big left hand from Kelvin Gastelum. He came into the UFC with a whole lot of power, but it's really been honed by Rafael Cordero there at King's MMA. Gastelum as confident in his striking as he has ever been entering the octagon here tonight. Doing work with the jab there. All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some hands, you can fall
in love with the striking. He is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. He gives you the level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight.
By that stiff jab. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rip my head to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse. And he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
Oh, he tags him with the straight hand there. Nice job by Gastelum.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
Well, don't get mad, get even, right? He got stunned by his opponent earlier in the round. He's clearly been losing since. Mentally, it appears as though he's checked out a little bit.
A lot easier said than done. When his opponent has the power that he possesses, it's hard for him to say, you know what, I'm going to take one to give him.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket.
Big shot lands for both guys.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to ride in with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
Circling towards the left now.
Beautiful job getting those hands up.
Well, you're starting to see the damage now bleeding from his cheek. Jab gets the attention of his opponent. Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time. Oh, landed that kick to the legs.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks. He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Oh, he just continues to attack that cut around the eye. Gotta think his vision's compromised now.
As he should, right? He sees the blood pouring into his opponent's eyes. His opponent now is squinting, trying to maintain his line of sight. He has got to continue to go at that cut right now. Now he's going full mount.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Gastelum's back in full mount. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you gotta be careful here. All right, so now we start to see some visible damage in the form of swelling as the ground and pound strikes continue to land. 30 seconds to go in round two. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Gastelum. Setting up for an unlock now.
Oh, that's very deep now.
Oh, that's gotta be it. Oh, he's out.
He actually escaped. Look, I gotta stop writing these dudes obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me.
Two rounds in the books. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was. He hurt him pretty badly there in the middle of the round. Gotta think he's gonna be looking for more of the same here when they get up off the stools.
I don't know who it is. I don't know who we're watching fight. But I tell you, as he walks back, he looks like Bambi. When Bambi was born and her legs were shaking, that's exactly how this man looked when he took that right hand. He was hurt bad, John. And the ability to get through that, the ability to still be in this fight shows to his toughness. But if he doesn't change it, he will not get another chance.
Bambi.
Bambi.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight. Oh, almost like you saw the skin.
Oh, he's still hurt. He can't even stand.
Gets back to his feet. Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. Feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find the punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
All right, the referee has stepped in here as expected. He is going to call in the doctor to look at what is a pretty significant cut that he's dealing with.
It's a mess. It's completely a mess, and I'd be very surprised if this fight continues.
Now he will consult with the referee. It looks as though this fight is going to continue.
Let's go. I was worried. I was worried about that one.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so the ringside physician has made his way back to his seat. The referee gets the action back underway. The fans are excited. This fight's going to continue.
Absolutely. And I'm just as excited myself. I want to see...
I mean, you got to be kidding me. Everybody here inside this arena digesting what they just saw. That is not a TKO, folks. That is a clean knockout result tonight.
I mean, just wow. What a performance by this young man, knocking his opponent out with a single shot like that.
Bruce Buffer now with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 17 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Joe Body Bag
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knockout for him to get this win in style tonight.
He did everything he needed to do to find the knockout. Now he can celebrate with his family and friends as they earn this spectacular victory.